What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Today we are out here at the 2020 Canadian Auto Show. It's media day, got my pass here with some of the boys, they're hanging around back here. And we're currently standing in front of the brand new Corvette, the C8. Of course, Corvettes, well the new Corvette, the new mid-engine Corvette, basically kind of the new American supercar. So we're going to check out this one. There's another one under a cover just kind of behind us there. So we'll get to that unveiling a little bit later. And then there's a couple cars that I have kind of, bigger interest in. One of them, of course, being the C8 and some of the electric cars. There's a whole section kind of over there for kind of like the future of car technology, electric cars and all that kind of stuff. So it would be interesting to kind of see what's there. Also making its Canadian debut is the Bugatti La Voiture Noire. Of course, you guys probably know it was revealed at Geneva about a year ago. And it's the most expensive Bugatti ever built, $13 million. Kind of built as like a one-off kind of big project by Bugatti. So yeah, there's lots of cool things to check out here. The Pininfarina Battista, lots of crazy stuff happening here. So enjoy the video and let's get to it. Yeah, so of course in front of us here, the all-new 2020 C8, already been named Motor Trend Car of the Year for 2020. But as you guys probably already know, the Corvette, brand new model, first time the Corvette's gone mid-engined to kind of compete with the supercars of today. Still has a big V8 in the back. Completely redesigned. As you can still see kind of elements for the older Corvettes, like the pointer front from the C7 to C6 generation, but yeah, completely new design. This one here, of course, like all Corvettes, they have a targa roof. There is a convertible version as well, which I think is what might be under the cover. We'll see in a little bit. But yeah, you can see tons of new aero here. The door handles are actually kind of tucked up under that little piece there, so they're not sort of unsightly. New wheels, like I said, we can't really see there, but new kind of rear, mid-mounted V8, which sits kind of super low the way they designed the car for better weight balance, distribution, and everything. And we come around the back. One of the staples of the Corvette is the 4 exhaust pipes. You guys might remember on the old C7 they stuck out right from the middle, but they're now on opposite sides, but you still have the 4 tailpipes. It kind of tells you that this is a Corvette from the back, apart from obviously the lettering. Brand new window. This is a low wing version. You can get another high wing version. All kinds of crazy packages. If you guys go on the website, spec one out. There's all kinds of crazy things. But yeah, the brand new Corvette. Definitely something. If I have the money, I can add to the. I'd love to add to the garage. If I could one day. The good thing with this car is they're fairly expensive. Compared to your other supercars like your Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren. I think Canadian. Don't quote me on this. I'll put on the screen once I confirm. But I think these start around like 50,000 Canadian. So that's not bad for that much money for the amount of power and styling stuff you get. Pretty good deal. Is that a Supra? Alright guys, so we're at the Porsche booth now. In front of us is the new Taycan. Now, there's been a lot of controversy with this name here, the Taycan Turbo, because as you know, this is a brand new electric car from Porsche, so there is no kind of engine or turbocharged in it. But Porsche says in this case, Turbo, they didn't want to change kind of all the naming and everything for the car, so the Turbo is kind of the high-end model and basically the really fast one. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Should they have the Turbo name on there when there's no engine in this? It's a fully electric, or do you guys not really mind? But moving away from the name, what do you guys think of this design? Of course, this car was first launched a couple years ago as the Mission E concept. Now it sits here in full production spec ready, the Porsche Taycan. I don't know, I like it. It kind of looks like a bit like a squished Panamera. Come on here, take a look at the inside. Mostly just a bunch of screens in here. Okay, yeah, so on board the Porsche Taycan, and it's not really on right now, but you can see there's a bunch of screens. So there's a big screen right here, kind of your standard screen behind the steering wheel. You have your menu screen here, some other little screen there, and on the passenger side here is a whole screen as well, which I think the passenger can kind of see what's going on. They can control like media things on the side there. But yeah, definitely a nice interior. I know one of the knocks kind of have with electric cars, of course, Tesla, is that their interiors are really minimalist, which in a sense are kind of nice, but you know, this actually kind of feels like a standard car just with electric power in it. So you still have like the drive mode toggle switch on the wheel here. And yeah, I'd definitely be interested in maybe driving one of these cars at one point. I've driven only a couple electric cars. They are, of course, becoming the new norm. So, you know, pretty soon everyone will be driving electric cars, will just be more normal. So, yeah, one day I'd love to get behind the wheel of these and actually drive it. But, yeah, kind of a quick interior shot of the Porsche Taycan. Pretty good legroom in the back. The seats are comfortable. And yeah, you know what? This is honestly just a nice place to be. Alright guys, so check it out. The new 2020 R8. This was the coupe. And you can see not much has changed really in terms of the design, except obviously the front end is different. Basically the front end looks like they took like the Huracan Performante and the old R8, kind of mashed it up together, and I don't know, it looks really cool. I mean, the R8 I think was one of those cars that definitely needs a bit of a refresh every once in a while, so you can see the new front end there. Like I said, not much else has changed in terms of styling. You have new wheels for 2020 there. The back end is still relatively the same. Of course, it's still powered by that glorious V10, which of course you can also find in the Huracan as well. But yeah, brand new R8. In a second here, we'll jump on the inside, see what's new in there. But yeah, you can see definitely, if you know the R8, you can definitely kind of see the subtle new changes on it. I like this. Personally, I've always been a fan of the R8 ever since the first one came out, kind of debuted back in Iron Man. So yeah, it's kind of the evolution of it. And this blue color here, the camera isn't doing it any kind of justice at all, but yeah, trust me, the blue color on this is awesome. Alright guys, so on board the new R8, and honestly, if you guys have ever seen the interior of the old one, there's honestly not many changes. The steering wheel is basically the same, the climate controls there, everything's pretty much standard as it was before, but it's one of those things, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, so just basically the new R8, basically like minor facelifts on the front, and you saw the new front bumper, upgraded headlights on there as well, and a few little cosmetic things, but other than that, pretty standard compared to the old car. Alright guys, so you heard me talking before about a lot of companies coming out with all their new electric cars. Well, we're still at the Audi booth here, and they have their, I don't know if it's a complete lineup, but they have their lineup of the new e-tron vehicles. So Audi's fully all electric vehicles. Yeah, so you can see here, guys, just a little lineup, just kind of a little preview of some of the electronic vehicles. A couple SUVs. There's a new, I'm guessing that's a new like RS6 hatch right up there, and I'm not sure what that is in the corner there, but yeah, no, a lot of companies now are going electric. As I said before, electric is kind of the way of the future. So companies like Audi, VW, starting to unveil more and more electric cars in their lineup, and I think Audi's one of those companies that says in a few years they want to kind of have a fully electric line and go almost fully electric. This SVJ spec here, SVJ Roadster. Well, actually, I think the first SVJ Roadster I've seen, definitely gorgeous car. I mean, the SVJ is already insane. And this blue color, once again, I know my camera is doing this car no justice, but yeah, definitely, if I won the lottery, definitely need a car in this color.
This tailor-made showpiece is only comparable to the haute couture of the finest French fashion houses. The extended front end and the Bugatti C-Line create an elongated spectacle, and the features define the vision of a coupe. The bumpers integrate smoothly into the body of the car, and the front windshield seems to flow seamlessly into the windows at the side like the visor on a helmet. Every component is handcrafted, and the body, its carbon fiber, is a deep gloss black, only interrupted by the fine structure. This is a material that's been handled perfectly. At the heart of this creation is a 16-cylinder engine that produces 1,500 horsepower and displaces 8 liters 6 tailpipes bear witness to this power at the rear of the car, and also reference the 16 cylinders. For 11 million euros, this vehicle has already been sold to a Bugatti enthusiast. Its uniqueness, exclusivity, speed, and design ensure that this vehicle, the Voiture Noire, contributes in a substantial way to our storied history of the automobile.
Alright guys, so here it is. Here's the new Aston Martin Dbs. Unfortunately, I kind of missed them pulling the cover off because we were standing over waiting for the Bugatti. But yeah, you can see if you compare it to the Vantage right beside it, shares the same kind of headlight design that flows right over the back of the vehicle. And to be honest, we'll walk around to the front in a second, but it pretty much just kind of looks like the Vantage just lifted up. I think definitely, SUVs have become much more popular nowadays, so it kind of makes sense kind of that everyone jumps on it. And yeah, it definitely looks the part. All Aston Martins are absolutely beautiful, but yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, here we go. Here's the DBX on the front, and you can see it definitely shares kind of lots of history and other design features with the Aston Martin cars that we know, but in an SUV package. So if anybody ever wants to pick up an Aston Martin SUV, here we go. Alright guys, so before we leave this section, quickly before we go, we got a lineup of McLarens here. So 720S with literally every carbon fiber option you can have on it. I'll go to the front in a second and have the hood. We've seen this before, of course, the special Commission 600 LT, the two-tone blue, which looks absolutely amazing under this light. You can see the full carbon roof, the roof scoop on there. And moving over to kind of the special car is the brand new McLaren Senna Can-Am. Finished in the Papaya Spark, absolutely just, if the Senna wasn't already insane enough, this thing is even more crazy than the regular road car. And over there we have the black, the McLaren GT. But yeah, this Senna, the Can-Am, absolutely insanely crazy. And once again, here's another look at the 600 LT, the Coriolis blue, two-tone. If I won the lottery, definitely going to pick up that thing. And like I mentioned, the 720 with every carbon fiber option. You can see carbon inside the headlights there, the hood. Basically everything that can be carbon fiber on this car is, of course, including the mono cage. So that's going to pretty much do it for this section, guys. Next, we're going to head over back to the other building, head to the Auto Exotica, check out all the crazy hypercars and stuff over there. But first, we got lunch. It's time to eat some food because I'm starvingly hungry. And I'll catch up to you guys in a bit.